My boyfriend left on a Tuesday for a 4-day work conference in Nashville. He had attended this same conference 2 years before, so it was not unusual. He texted me when he landed. He texted me on Wednesday evening. He called me on Thursday morning. Everything felt completely normal. On Friday afternoon, while he was scheduled to fly home, I received an anonymous message through my Instagram. The message said only, "I think you should see these." Attached were 14 photographs. The photos were from a wedding, an outdoor ceremony, late afternoon light, flowers, guests, and a full reception setup. Beautiful photographs taken by what appeared to be a professional photographer. In photograph number 3, standing at the altar in a dark navy suit with a white boutonniere, was my boyfriend. He was not a guest. He was the groom. I enlarged each photo methodically. I looked at his face in every frame. In some photos, he was laughing. In others, he was emotional in the way people are emotional at weddings. In the ceremony photos, he was holding the hands of a woman in a white dress who was looking at him the way people look at someone they are choosing for life. The person who sent me the photos had attended the wedding as a +1 for a colleague. She had seen a photo of my boyfriend on my Instagram account several weeks earlier in a post I had made. When she saw him at the altar, she immediately connected the face. She had deliberated for several days about whether to contact me and ultimately decided she would want to know if she were in my position. I want to talk about what he did when he came home, because this is the part that I could not have predicted. He walked through the door with his conference lanyard still visible in the outer pocket of his bag. He kissed me on the cheek. He said Nashville was exhausting and he was glad to be home. We ate dinner together. We watched something on television. He went to bed. I had looked at his left hand the moment he walked in. There was a slight discoloration on his ring finger, a line where the skin tone changed fractionally. He had worn a ring for 4 days. He had removed it before landing. The difference in pigmentation was subtle, but it was there. I did not say anything that night. The following morning, over coffee, I placed my phone face up on the table with photograph number 3 on the screen, and I slid it across to him. He looked at it. He picked up the phone. He looked at it for a long time. Then he set it down and he said, "I can explain this." I said, "I would genuinely like to hear how." What followed was 38 minutes of an explanation I will not repeat in full because the specific details belong to me and I have chosen to keep them. What I will say is that the explanation contained more logistics than remorse, more justifications than apologies, and more concern for his own situation than for mine. When a person is caught in something of this magnitude and their first extended response is structural rather than emotional, they are not processing guilt. They are performing damage control. I asked him to leave that morning. He has not been back. Tell me, the person who sent me those photos has been called both heroic and intrusive by different people in my comments. Would you have sent those photos if you were in her position, or would you have stayed out of it? And if your partner came home from a supposed work trip and you noticed something physically different about them, would you say something immediately or wait as I did?